Now then, let's drop in on one of the almost 14,000 polling stations that are open around the country. If you are eligible to vote and haven't already, like Jung-hee said, you have until 8 p.m. tonight, another 8 hours to cast your ballot and have your say on the next president of Korea. So let's speak now to our Lee Unshin, who joins us from a polling station in central Seoul. Unshin, we last spoke to you about 2 hours ago, and there are a few people coming through. How's it looking now?
Afternoon, Mark. So this is a polling station at a civic center of Jongno-gu District, home to many historical palaces of Korea, as well as, get this, where the presidential office of Cheong Wa Dae is located. It's been about 6 hours since the station opened, and I've seen quite a number of people coming in and lining up to cast their ballots here. And I've also spoken to a lot of them, and they're saying that first of all, they seem very determined, and they're saying that this is part of their civic duty as well as their right to vote. Here's one of the voters that I've spoken to and what he had to say on this historical day. Let's take a look.
I voted because this is my right and a way to make my voice heard. All throughout my life, I haven't missed a single presidential election.
So like I said, very determined voters out here. Unlike the early voting period last week when people could vote anywhere, citizens voting today can only cast their ballot at their designated polling stations, which are shown on the election packs they get in the mail. At this particular station, I've also seen a few people coming in and being directed to go to a different polling station. But since the polls are open till 8 p.m. tonight, they have plenty of time to find the right station.
Okay, well, that's very good to know. And are you able to get some kind of sense of how many people might actually show up there over the course of the rest of the day? We keep hearing that the turnout could be really high in this election.
Right. I'm already seeing a lot more voters now than earlier this morning, which makes sense when you look at some of the past elections, especially on the 16th and 18th presidential election of Korea. We've seen the highest voter turnout rate between noon to 2 p.m. And also, let's not forget that many people have already voted. The nation saw one of its highest turnout rates, as Jong-hee said earlier, for early voting during the 2-day period last week when a quarter of registered voters cast ballots. And historically, a high early voting rate results in higher turnout overall, and that's expected to be a record 80%. So this is an exciting day for many different reasons, and I'll make sure to keep you posted on the numbers throughout the day. Back to you, Mark.